my beautiful Aquarian friends, and welcome to your horoscope for February of 2023. And happy birthday, Aquarians who are on this side. I hope that this year is like delicious for you. I really do. Whatever you need to get done in your lesson base this year, I hope that it is delicious. You feel supported. Whatever you got to go through, whether it's the heavy season for you and you're in that part of the hero's journey where you just need to know that there's love and support, even if it's just energetically while you're working through that, or you're at the portion of the journey where you are living your best life and I can't tell you anything. Whatever happens for you this year, Aquarius, happy birthday. Thank you for being with me. I'm sending you lots of love and lots of support. Now, this month, Aquarius, welcoming in birthday time for many weeks. I've been telling you, wait, hold, don't push forward, don't make any decisions, hold on. And this month I get to tell you, go forward. We've got forward motion. The energy says, yes, let's move to the next phase of the plan, the phase of development. Let's go. So you get to welcome this half of birthday season with some hustle in your bustle, and I really do like that for you. We've got Mercury and Mars both out of retrograde. Mercury will fully leave that post-retrograde shadow time energy, so truly we're just ready to move things forward, okay? Now, Aquarius, before we jump into your forecast, click in the description box down below, grab our $17 off coupon code from our friends at Wise Skies Collective for your digital transit calendar. Tiffany puts this together, 365 days, multiple transits, every day calendar for you to have at the palm of your hand, where she doesn't just tell you the transit that's happening for that day. She breaks it down, tracks it forward to when it's going to happen next, tracks it backward to when we saw it last time. Also gives you a breakdown of how to work with the energy, crystals, flower essence, mantras to work with so that you can start to track the cosmos with me, with her, with the astrology community. I mean, it's absolutely worth it. It sinks right into your calendar. I love it. My little messages will pop up on my phone during the day, and sometimes it's such a meditative moment. I'll hear the little buzz go off and I'm like, yeah, okay, Venus and Jupiter are in a sextile. How can I maximize this moment and get in alignment with it? And it's like this little meditative moment. So anyways, Tiffany is not offering this to everybody, but she is offering it to the Astrology Soulmate family. So click in the description box down below, get the coupon, take advantage, grab your transit calendar, okay? All right, Aquarius. Now, before we really get in there, Saturn, one of your ruling planets, is in the last moments of being in your sign this month before it moves on and gets into the energy of Pisces. So this is yet again a symbol of a closing. And really, it's a symbol of closing for you because you've been working for the last couple of years on really maturing. Time, training, expertise, mastery has been brought into your life, and sometimes that felt like doubt, sometimes that felt like holy cannolis, sometimes that felt like, wow, I can't believe I arrived here. But whatever it is, you've gone through a season of being brought to the next level, and I just want to put my hands together to you because it's tough work when that happens, but it's also the stuff that changes us, man. So there is a closing coming to that. As well, right behind that in March, we're going to see Pluto move into your sign. So again, this signature of ending, and that's very much so what February's vibration is let's end it and move it to where it's got to go next, okay? So I just want you to see how you're cosmically supported in that. Now, on the 5th, we've got a full moon happening at 16 degrees of Leo. So right across the street in your 7th house, the relationship house for you is lit up. Now, the full moon says that something needs to be ended, acknowledged, or adjusted, but you have all of the light in the sky. So emotionally, you know what you are feeling, where your individuality is being trumped on, right? This particular full moon is not about everybody, right? I know you like to be about everybody. How does this benefit everybody? It's about you. What do you need emotionally? What brings you pleasure? What brings you happiness? Where do you want to stand out? Where do you need to speak to your own independence? And this is a fire moon, okay? So say it with your chest out, because fire moons say it. And if they don't say it long enough, then they say it in a way that is harsh and is harmful, and they're like, I shouldn't have said it that way. So at this moon, Be responsible for yourself. What do you need to call out and speak up to about yourself and your own individuality that can really help your relationships move forward in a better footing, right? Now, the other thing to keep in mind is that this moon is in square to your ruling planet, Uranus, that's over in Taurus with that North Node. So the square says do something. Right? You got to do something to get out from underneath of that 911 pressure of this particular moon. So truly, you've got to say something, and what you say will release the tension and allow you to move forward towards the new value and destiny. So it's not just say it to say it. There's a point to this particular moon, okay? On the 11th, we see Mercury out of that post-retrograde shadow time energy, so moving fully forward and moving into your sign, so into the first house. So you could be a chatty Kathy. Actually, I don't know that every Kathy is chatty, so we're not going to say that. You could be a chatterbox. How about that? Okay, so this could be lots of information coming to you. You're sharing information. You're being brought information. You're needing to make decisions. Your text messages are going crazy. The spam messages are going crazy. You just become very energetically sound when Mercury comes to the first house. But it's also a great time where you might be carrying a message somewhere. You might have information to be sharing with people. Maybe it's online, maybe it's in your community or something like that. Now, the one thing I will say is when Mercury comes to an air energy, you can feel like you really do have a lot going on, or you're going in multiple directions. To the best of your ability, bring your head back to your fingertips, right? Touch your face, touch your thighs, touch wherever, so that you can connect with your fingertips and bring your mind back to center as often, like 10,000 times a day if you need to, because it can just get a little all over the place, okay? On the 18th, we're going to see the sun move into the energy of Pisces. On the 18th, we'll welcome a new moon into 1 degree of Pisces. Now, this happens every year. Every year, the sun comes to the Pisces area of your chart and lights up your finances. So look back to last year. What was going on in your financial life then? Did you make some progress? Did you make some changes? What's new that's coming up in this financial area? Because with this new moon, you get the chance to plant your seeds of intention, and it's just 1 degree of Pisces. So you really get to plant seeds of intention to begin something in your financial life that you really want. Now, here's my caveat to this particular new moon. Pisces requires faith. But I think that faith alone is trash. I really do. I don't believe in it, okay? I think that faith plus trust is really how Pisces information and energy works. And what's the difference? So in your finances, you can say, in 2023, I want to have an abundance in my life. I want to have these things in my life. And that's your faith, right? And I believe that I can achieve, okay? Can you tell I'm over that this year? I am a little bit. Anyways, that is the faith portion where you genuinely have a belief in what can happen in this area. That's great, but I know a lot of people who believe in abundance and they don't have it, right? So that's why I think faith plus trust is really what Pisces has to offer, because the faith says, I believe I can achieve, but then the trust also is you moving your feet to bring that manifestation to fruition, right? I believe that the universe wants me to have abundance, so I am sitting down with my budget to see where my behavior is not in alignment with bringing abundance. I believe that I can have abundance and be responsible and come to the next level in my finances, so I'm taking a financial class specifically pointed at teaching me how to do that. It is the belief and then acting like the universe has got your back. That's trust, right? So I just really want to call your attention to that. I got so excited, I dropped my little clicker, right? So I just want to call your attention to faith plus trust. Plant your seeds of intention with that at this particular new moon, and you can make some fantastic changes in your life. Now, just 1 minute later after this moon, also on the 20th, we see Venus move into the energy of Aries. And I giggle every time because I have Venus in Aries. So I know how spicy it can be, right? I said 0 degrees of Aries for me, so it's quite spicy. No lessons. So Venus in Aries is going to light up your 3rd house base. So communications, very communication heavy month for you this month. So communication, thinking, decision making, buying, selling, contracts, negotiations, things you have to do with siblings, things like that. Writing can be in here, things on your website. This is a great energy for that. Venus in Aries wants to get it, get it. Go, get it, get it. That's Venus in Aries. It wants to chase. It wants to go after it. It wants to conquer. I'm assertive. I'm going to go, right? And that's fine. You can use that because Venus in Aries is spicy. It's spicy. So it's going to bring some heat to this area of your life. But Venus in a position of power to really use this season until March 16th well is to attract. Remember, Venus is an attracting and a receiving energy. So receive assertively, receive confidently, receive aggressively, right? And how do you do that? You go out there and you say, we need to sit down. We need to have this conversation. I want to call into my life the right kind of contract for me to buy or sell this property. And you show up like an Aries, right? You show up with your chest up, with your head lifted, confident. This house is supposed to be mine. This car is supposed to be mine. And then you attract in the deal that you need, right? You attract in the resources. You attract in the relationships you need to allow this to initiate and move forward. And I also think a piece of Venus and Aries that I have learned a ton about, that Spencer Michaud, astrologer Spencer Michaud, actually taught me about how to assertively receive with Venus, is to say thank you for the blessings that show up, thank you for the lessons that show up, and mean it. Be aggressive, be assertive about what you've received. This is mine to work on. This is mine to receive, and thank you very much. I know that I'm getting it. I know that I'm getting what I deserve because it's right where I am, right? It's a very different position, because Venus in Aries is not poking around. It's like, this is mine. Now, one other thing I want to share with you about Venus and Aries in this season to consider how you can work with this is that Venus in Aries has a very short attention span. So this season, between now and March 16th, if you can also just let this be a time of initiation and exploration instead of heavy commitment to anything, that would likely be very helpful, because Venus in Aries is like, I see it, I want it, I got it, I chased you down and made you love me, and 3 weeks later you want nothing to do with it. Right? It can be very fast and it can be very sudden, and you can do a lot of damage if you exhaust your resource that quickly into something you don't really want to commit to. So keep it in the lens of exploration and chase and fire. And as we get to March 16th and Venus moves into the energy of Taurus, you'll know if you're a little bit more settled and ready to really commit to that person, place, thing, resource, contract that has shown up in your life, okay? All right, my beautiful Aquarian friends, have a gorgeous month. Happy birthday for the rest of the birthday season. Let me know how things are manifesting for you in the comment section down below. Bye, gorgeous. I'll see you in March.